High school people after high school. First up, to college students. College is the most ideal college is the most ideal route to take after high school. I mean, it's the American dream. Average of
It is.
3.5 in high school, go to a good college on scholarship, complete your 4-year degree, get a good job after, and marry a tall, white, blonde woman. Have 3 kids, a
Crazy work.
farm, spit on every single black person you see. Don't forget to attend church on Sundays to praise God for everything he's done for you in your life. That's how life is supposed to be. Now, welcome to 2025 when none of that actually happens. If you don't have a scholarship for college, it's basically a scam. And pretty much everybody knows that nowadays, so there's no need for me
Facts,
to tell you
bro.
this 5 times. But most college students know this too, which is why they choose to enjoy their 4 years that they get. Yeah, I'll probably go into debt by going. Yes, this degree doesn't necessarily mean I'll get a job once I get.
Look, bro, if you in high school right now and you trying to go to college, bro, just make sure, bro, first you got your scholarship. Make sure you're going for something you actually want to do, okay? Don't just go to party and have fun, bro. I know it's tempting, bro, but like, come on, bro. This is the real life, bro. We need to be grinding. But like, don't be fooled, bro. College, like for a lot of people, bro, college is a scam, bro. Only like 25% of people, like the people that go to college, only like 25% of them should actually be there. You feel me? Like, just because I promise you, bro. Y'all boys know what I'm
You
talking
know
about.
what? Fuck it. I'm in college. Let's have fun. And also, this is the easiest route to take after high school. Even though the work is
Yeah.
hard, it's all going to something at the end of the day. And honestly, you get a chance to extend your childhood just for a little bit longer until you have to go into the real world and have to worry about bills, taxes, and all of the horrible other things that real life has to
Facts,
go through. Why
bro.
did I say golfer? I meant offer. You know what I meant to say. But honestly, if you get a scholarship, then none of this really applies. You put in the work in high school, now you get to enjoy college and have fun and wall out, while also getting your work done so you can prepare yourself for, I would say, a better future, but by how it's looking right now it's harder than ever to get a job, so I ain't gonna lie, you're gonna have just as good of a chance as everybody else. Which is why if you didn't get a scholarship to go to college, but you still wanted to seek a higher education, most likely you're person number 2, the community college person. See, in my opinion, community college
Hey, that's me, y'all boys. Ain't nothing wrong with community college.
is a cheat code. You get to go to school for 2 years for free in hopes to get a better scholarship once you're done so you can go to an actual university, all while still getting your credits. See, community college is free for a reason. By going, you have to do all of the work of going to a regular university without any of the benefits, which is the fun. No parties, no sports teams, and if there are, they're all lame. Most of these colleges, if not all of these,
Facts.
don't have dorms. And if they do, they're absolutely trash. And most importantly, there's just this stigma, like this weird energy revolved around community college. Like if you told somebody you're going to community college, they'll always just give you that look. It's not a look of disgust, but it's just more of a look of disapproval. And honestly, that shouldn't be
Yeah.
a thing because community college is such a great resource.
Like, it's such a great resource, bro. People, like, bro, in Wisconsin, bro, you got like UWM, Madison. That's where I'm at, and then you got MATC. Like, that's a community college. But if you say you're going to MATC, bro, they will start clowning you, bro. They be like, "Hey, you going to MTTTTTC?" Like, bro, I'm just trying to, like, at least I'm not out here killing people or something. I'm just trying to get my edge. I'm just trying to better myself. Don't be fooled into people like trying to trick you out your position, bro. Community college is great, dog.
For people. But at the end of the day, life is life, game is game, is ball, and that's just how life it is. But a lot of times after high school, people will say they're going to community college, and then once they realize what it is, they decide that they're not quite ready for all of that. So they take a gap year, which is person number 3 we're talking about. See, I actually like the concept of a gap year. I feel like going from high school to college is a crazy transition, and you need some time for your body to kind of get used to what's going on. And also, it's a good time to find who you are as a person too. A lot of times we're so busy in life and we have to do this or that we don't really find time for ourselves. That being said though, most people use a gap year as a sorry excuse to be lazy. Which again,
That's me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't want to be lazy during my gap year, but I took my gap year, bro. And then like I tried my best to stay busy, bro. But like somehow you just can't get out your bed, bro, during your gap year, bro. And like, bro, do not take a gap year, bro. I literally lost a year of my life, bro. Get y'all a year, bro. Don't take a gap year, bro. Even though if it sounds sweet, bro, it sounds fun, bro. Don't do it.
in my opinion, isn't a bad thing. I mean, we should all be lazy sometimes. Here's the thing though. A lot of people take that gap year and turn it into a gap lifetime. Because it goes from when you're just, you know what, let me just find myself, do whatever. And as soon as I get ready to, I'm finna transfer overseas and go to college over there because that's for some reason always the route they want to take. During that year, usually these people just chill around, play the game, maybe even get a little part-time job so they can get some money for food. And DoorDash too. Don't forget about the DoorDash. And they also usually smoke and drink drink all the time, and just live life till its fullest inside the room. But once it comes around that time that they actually have to make a decision about what they want to do in their lives, all of a sudden they don't know what to do. Like, brother, wasn't that the purpose of this gap year? And then oftentimes these people decide to take another gap year to actually decide what they want to do. But during this year, they do pretty much the same thing. So that next year, when they actually decide to lock in, but by this time their parents are sick of them and they're trying to get them out the house, so now they actually have to get a job. But they don't actually want to work this job, so they decide to do community college or something, just so they can say they're doing something with their lives. And they do that for about a week or two, and then they quit because it's too much work. And then after that, they get a retail job or a fast food job and work there for a couple months until they realize that this probably will be the future of their lives unless they change. So they decide to change. Then they try to start streaming. Streaming, TikTok, or YouTube is always one of those. An interesting part about this whole cycle to me is that during this whole time, you've only showed that you're lazy. You have done little to no hard work at all, and now you want to decide to do one of the hardest things to do. Well, TikTok is pretty easy, but YouTube and streaming is not at all. Something that you gotta devote all of your time to, work endless hours, stress constantly, just to have a chance to blow up. And you actually...
Bro, that's me right now, y'all boys. Y'all see my channel, bro. I'm grinding right now. Y'all boys like, comment, subscribe, bro. I'm just trying to have a chance to blow, man.
You think that your lazy ass can actually do it. Absolute delusion. I'm not gonna lie. From there, they just kind of float around. And of course, they end up failing because, I mean, you were never finna succeed in the first place. So they go back to their job and they eventually keep on working that job until they die. Now, this isn't the only route you could take from gap year. I mean, you could actually take a gap year and then get into university. Even though that's the whole goal of a gap year, it's weird. I don't know. People are weird. But if you actually take that gap year and really do benefit your life, congratulations to you. You deserve a golden star or something. I don't know. I'm not your teacher. But most of the time after the gap year, you end up just going into the workforce, which is what a lot of people actually do just straight up after high school. Most people who choose this route don't actually want to choose this route. They just didn't get good grades in high school. So they end up just going straight into the workforce, and that's just what they do for the rest of their life. And there's levels to this category. I mean, of course, there's the bottom of the barrel of fast food. And nobody wants to work there forever. I mean, if you've ever seen one of those McDonald's or Wendy's posts about the people who've worked there for 60 years, they look miserable. They're not congratulating you because you did it. They're congratulating you because you didn't kill you. Congratulating you because they can't believe you did it. Yeah, these are entry-level jobs. You don't want that. So let's cross that off the list. The next one is retail. Basically the same thing. You just don't got to deal with food. Also, terrible job. You don't.
Bro, I done had that. Retail is a little bit better than fast food. Like, bro, I done had McDonald's. I done worked at Arby's, bro. I hated working at Arby's, bro. And like McDonald's was decent, bro. I had Jimmy John's. That's 3 right there. I had Clover's. That's 4. Like, bro, the only benefit though from like that fast food shit, at least you get free food though. Most of the time you get free food. So like, food is so expensive nowadays. Like, that's a W, bro. Like, bro, it's not worth it, bro. And plus, you gotta think people. It's like, bro, your customers, bro, they're mad when they're hungry. You feel me? They're hungry. So people get like agitated and shit. Like, bro, it's not worth it. Plus, you getting paid low. Yeah, hell no.
I want to really do that. And then, in my opinion, the next couple of tiers, more blue collar jobs, construction. No, you don't want to do that unless you're Hispanic. And in my opinion, one of the worst jobs you can get to after high school is for sure the warehouse job. Which, if you're this type of person, I got a
That's slavery, bro.
You, so just wait.
Honestly, that's real slavery.
People don't actually want to do this, but they need money. And most likely, since they didn't go to college, their parents told them that they were going to kick them out if they didn't go to work. So this is honestly their only option. And I mean, the pay is good. They're getting bread. They can buy new clothes, buy new cars, or whatever. But at the same time, none of those materialistic things will be better than having the college experience. Because whenever they're on Instagram or Snapchat just scrolling through their friends' stories, you always see them having a ball blast or whatever at college. And even though they know that this could never be the route that they could take, it still hurts to see because you always wonder, what if? But at the same time, this game, little nigga, get back to work. I do feel for y'all though, because I didn't go to college either, but you see what I'm doing. So at least we won't graduate with student debt. Yes, sir. Let's get that high five in, even if we're lonely. And also, at least we got it better than them warehouse workers, because we're finna talk about them next. Those type of people are in hell. I don't care how much money you can make off of that, bro. It can't, no, it just can't be worth it. Like, most of the time when you work a job like this, you work long hours. It's a lot of manual labor. And also, the pay is good, but it's just depressing. You work in a factory.
The pay is good. It is depressing in a way because you feel like an NPC. But, like, bro, that pay, bro, you could pull in, like, 4,000, 5,000. Like, if you just really in that Amazon shop, bro, that's when, like, it's low-key worth it in a way.
You can't see the light of day. You clock in the morning before the light comes out, and you clock out.
Hey, hold on.
Factory. You can't see the light of day. You clock in the morning.
Hey, they bad as hell. I might have to go here. FedEx? Y'all, I know y'all see this, man. God damn. God damn. Who mom is this? Who? She decent too right here. I wonder who back here, bro. Oh my god. I'm sorry, y'all boys, but y'all ain't got nothing to do today, man. We chilling. God damn. All right, let me get back to
Morning
see
before the
niggas
light
here.
comes out and you
My
clock
bad,
out,
y'all
it's
boys.
already dark. And if you just got out of high school, this job is cool for a little bit because you're stacking up bread at a
Yeah.
fast rate. But the reason why this job is inevitably hell is because there's no future with this. You can't rank up in this job. You can only be a slave to the system. You're only working, not doing anything else. Yeah, you're gonna get bread, but once you realize that this is the rest of your life forever, the resentment for the job really starts to creep in and you start really analyzing what you have done with your life. I mean, if you work a warehouse job after college, at least you had the college experience. But why would I want to work the rest of my life when I could at least have a little bit of fun? You start to realize that and it just kind of adds a cloud of just oppression over your head. But then you get that paycheck and you forget about it all. I'm not gonna lie, because them paychecks be fine. But oftentimes the people who work these type of jobs are people who end up peaking in high school, which is person number 6 that we're talking about. Peaking in high school is one of the worst things you can do. We all know that, all right? I don't need to explain why. Those 4 years of your life being the best 4 years of your life is just sad. I'm sorry, I don't care. Oftentimes,
It
a
is.
lot of us end up peaking in high school. I mean, it's really one of the only times in your life that you can really be free and just do whatever you want and just have fun and not have to deal with consequences. You don't gotta pay bills. You don't gotta stress about where your next meal is gonna come from. And you have structure in your life. It's one of the most unique experiences you can go through as a person. But then when you go to college, you get all of that and then freedom too. You don't have your parents trying to monitor your every movement. You don't want to go to class, you don't gotta go to class, and it's just very free. And oftentimes, if you don't end up peaking in high school, you do end up peaking in college. But a lot of people don't want to talk about that though. But at the same time, a lot of people who do peak in high school don't end up going to college because the grades, they can't afford it, or they were an athlete. They end up losing the love for their sport because I just didn't want to do it no more. AKA they didn't start on, or they didn't like the college they were going to and they couldn't transfer out because nobody wanted them. And they end up dropping out of college and going straight into the workforce. Or they just went to college and dropped out, period, because they just couldn't continue. From there, life kind of goes downhill. I mean, the roster you may have had in high school because you were cool and that guy, realize that you're a bum now and they end up leaving you. All of your boys that you were clicked up with back in high school end up going to different colleges and you just never see them again. And all of the nerds or the regular people that you really didn't pay attention to because you thought they weren't as lit as you back in high school are now way litter than you. Now you have to face the consequences of turning up too much in high school and not paying attention to what you were actually supposed to pay attention to. But you want to change it though. You don't want to go out like that. So, follow the popularity and the 3K IG followers you have. You decide to try to become person number 7, the influencer. And let me tell you right now, they all fail. Here's why though. You know, for some reason, people think just because you have clout and fame and motion in your city that you could become famous online. Let me just tell you something. Even famous people can't become famous online. See, streaming and YouTube is not as easy as people.
Well, I feel like this video is just directly targeted towards me, bro. Do y'all feel that way too, bro? Like this video is like he's talking straight to us, bro.
They take time, effort, and you actually have to be entertained. Now, of course, there's some people who can just get away with their clout. I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo gained 100 million subscribers just for being Cristiano Ronaldo. His content isn't even that good. But at the same time, you're not Ronaldo. So why do you think you're gonna be famous? For instance, Tyga, a very well-known rapper in America, has recently became a streamer. This guy has like 13 million followers on the IG. Multiple platinum songs, records. He's super famous. So you would think that that would automatically translate to streaming. Well, no, he averages 200 viewers. T-Banks has more motion on Twitch than Tyga. Young Dabo and Rakai have more motion on Twitch. 2 16-year-olds. This social media thing isn't as easy as people think. And just because you were lit in your area, maybe you threw a couple parties, maybe everybody thought you were that guy. Well, I promise you, you're not that guy on the internet. And unless you're actually entertaining and you actually are dedicated to this thing, it's not gonna happen. But some people do actually succeed, and to those type of people, I applaud you. I'm actually one of them. It's a big risk to take out of high school, but if you're passionate about it, I encourage you to do it and invest in yourself. But at the same time, if you're just trying to get money, I recommend you do something else. Because people will quickly figure out that you're not passionate about this, and they will quickly not watch your content. I'm passionate about it though, even though I don't act like it. And plus, streaming is so oversaturated, I wouldn't recommend it to stream regardless. Being a content creator, and plus streaming is so oversaturated.
Twitch had approximately 7.2 million active streamers in March 2025 with a peak of 9.89 million in January on average. There are several tens of thousands of Twitch channels on air. In December 23, the average concurrent broadcasting channels was 98,000. That is a lot of channels, bro. My bad if I can't read y'all boys. It's early in the morning, bro. I'm tired as hell, y'all boys.
Saturated. I wouldn't recommend it to stream regardless. Being a content creator is just a wave right now. Everybody's trying to do it. They're even trying to encourage girls out of high school to do it too, which is the 8th type of person we're talking about. The OF girl / corn star. See, I don't want this video to get demonetized, so I'm gonna be very strategic about how I talk about this. But a lot of the times, the known school bop or the school tutor around the area graduate high school and they don't have a college to go to, nor do they want to work a job. So what do they decide to do? Well, they decide to sell their body online for $5.
Bro, those type of females, bro, selling your body, bro, like, bro, it's first of all, it's demonic, bro. Second of all, bro, you're better than that. Third of all, like, bro, come on, bro. It's like, dog, it's just not right, bro. And it's like, bro, think about the family and your future, bro. Think about your kids, bro. Think about your dad, your mom, or I don't know if y'all had a dad, but like, bro, and like your boyfriend. I don't know, bro. It's like, bro, that's not the way out, bro. It's so many ways to make money, bro. This is just the most laziest, easiest way to do it. Like, you don't got to really think. You could be a bimbo. You feel me? And sell your body. So it's like,
99 a
I
month.
don't
This is
know.
being encouraged. I mean, I've seen videos of girls literally waiting until they turn 18 so they can start up the OF, which is very sad because back in the olden times, being a sex worker was the bottom of the barrel. But nowadays, because people are getting millions off of it, people just think it's the next big thing and the next big trend. No, you're literally exposing yourself. I knew a girl who graduated high school and took this same route, and she was actually already popping on YouTube and TikTok, so she thought it was gonna be a good play. Well, let me just tell you right now, it was not a good play, and she actually had to move out the area because her news ended up getting leaked in the area, and no
Damn.
job was really trying to hire her. Actually, I lied.
Damn.
The strip club wanted to hire her. And to the OF girls who are trying to encourage younger girls to do this, you're sick, all right? You can be soulless all
Sick.
you want to. Don't encourage other people to be soulless because that's just nasty. Morally, this career path breaks you. And something that also breaks you morally is number 9, the military. First off, I want to say respect to the veterans and
And respect to the military, bro. Really, we really gotta respect these people, bro. Cause like, bro, my dad was a veteran too. But bro, I cannot be in the army, bro. I'm gonna be real with y'all boys. Especially with all the new weapons they got, the drones, bro, the bombing, bro. I'm cool on that, bro. There's other ways to make money, bro. And plus, you gotta cut off your hair, bro. I need my dreads, bro. I'm not cutting off my hair. But like, respect to y'all boys to go to the military, bro. Like, you get to work out, they pay you, bro. But I'm cool, bro. I'm cool. You might die out there.
and to all of the people who decide to serve, because I would never be one. I pray to God there's never a World War III. Because first off, I have a friend in boot camp and he described what boot camp was to me. It's nothing I want to be a part of. Early mornings, running, workouts, no phones, no electronics. Like that
That's
sounds
crazy.
like hell. I'm
That's
sorry,
crazy.
no. Like I understand the benefits are really, really good and you can get a free Hellcat or whatever. I don't care, bro. I don't know. I just don't want that to be my life. Again, respect to everybody who does it. But at the same time, World War III pops off. I'm sorry. I don't want to have to be on the front lines, bro. Because all of y'all office job workers, I'm not gonna lie. If the troops start running slim, you will have to be holding that M. And I'm not talking about no 4. It's gonna be an N65. The way that you could get an M4 is by going to trade school. This is one of my favorite routes to take after high school. Trade school is a
trade
very
school.
good way to get into
This is what I'm doing right now. I'm doing trade
the
school.
workforce and get your bag by also doing something that you could be kind of interested in. I mean, most of the time you only come out of pocket for books and you get to learn stuff like plumbing, welding, being an electrician, and you can actually make good money, potentially a 6-figure career by doing a trade while not going into student debt. That being said, though, there's a reason why you're getting 6 figures. Nobody wants to do it. Doing trade is manual labor. It's blue collar job. You can't just live a normal life like this. It's hard work. At the same time, if you're a real man or even if you're a real girl, you want to be a nail tech or something like that, be an entrepreneur, you could work for somebody, get your bag. College isn't for everybody, and it's good that trade school is getting more popular because I feel like that's a very good route if you're dedicated to it. The next person I'm going to talk about is somebody we all know and we might actually be friends with. The wannabe rapper that always somehow works at McDonald's. They always be dropping mixtapes on SoundCloud talking about, yo, I'm up next, bro. I'm the hottest 18-year-old out of here in the Ville. Like, brother, are you trying to market yourself as a corn star talking about the hottest 18-year-old? Like, what are you talking about? That's the thing with a lot of these rappers. They go so hard trying to make this music work. They think that just because they
Yeah, I know a rapper like this, bro. He don't work at McDonald's though. He work at Clover's. That shit not working out for him, bro. But hey, good luck to him though. But like, hey, GG, my boy.
do it, it would just pop off, and the world just owes it to him. That's just not how life works. Sometimes you're just trash, and if you're trash, you gotta understand you're trash and try to get better. But a lot of times these rappers don't think they're trash because everybody in their circle always tells them, yo, your music is tough. Meanwhile, you don't see none of them bumping it or playing the music in general when their friends not around. Like, I thought the music was good. Why you not listening? Talking about, yeah, I'm up next, brother, I'm next up in line, please take my order. But these type of people will eventually keep on trying to rap until they finally realize that, yeah, maybe I'm not finna be Quavo. And eventually they get tired of their job at McDonald's, so they end up quitting. Which leads me to my next type of person, the bum. You see, the bum is an interesting person because usually they're very loved in high school. Everybody wants to smoke, drink with them, and they just turn up in high school. But once they realize high school's over and you can't go to college, they usually go down this route. Or like I just explained earlier, they may have like a very overzealous dream, like becoming a rapper or streamer or something like that. When they don't achieve it, they eventually either A, try to do it without getting a job, which could seem like a good route for a little bit until eventually it does turn into thing number B, them failing, and then just giving up on life because the first thing you tried didn't work out. Like, brother, that's not how you're supposed to live. Life isn't easy. You need to adjust, recalculate,
It's not, bro.
adjust, recalculate.
Hey, he's
That's how
spitting
all
facts,
race
bro.
do. See, here's the issue.
He's
These
spitting
people aren't
facts.
great. They're bums, and they think that just because they're a bum and they want to do something that they can succeed. That's just not how life works. So they resort to eating junk food, playing the game, smoking and drinking, and doing everything that they did back in high school, just as an adult. Which in high school you're turned and lit, but as an adult you're a piece of shit. And this actually leads these type of people to start hanging out with people back in high school. They're considered the cool older kid. They stay down this route until eventually their parents kick them out, or they end up getting arrested because they either were doing some stupid shit or got a little bit too deep into the high schooler role play they were doing. And, on that topic though, another form of a bum after high school is the town bop. See, back in high school, the town bop was popular. She was either on the cheer team or she was dating one of the star athletes until he cheated on her for the 5th time, and she found out for the 5th time, and now people know that she found out for the 5th time, so she just inevitably just breaks up. But then she gets back with him and tries to work everything out, but then he goes off to his D1 college and breaks up with her, and now she can't get him back until he comes back, where he hits her up, she gives him shit, and then pulls up to talk things out, and the only talking you'll hear
This is very Pacific.
But still, she'll claim that this is her man or sneaky link or toxic ex, when in all reality, to him, she's just easy poom poom whenever he needs it back in the hometown. But this little cycle is the highlight of their life until that man eventually gets married. These girls don't get married, and that's how they become the town bop. Because after high school, once their man leaves them, which was really their whole identity, honestly, they go into a perpetual cycle of trying to find the next man. They never end up actually finding him, but they do end up finding a lot of other people. And they call this their little city girl I'm outside era, and they blame it on their ex because he was toxic. Yeah, you knew he was cheating on you the whole time, but you stayed with him, and now you want to go and be a hoe, but you want to make an excuse for it. Just call it how you see it. But while these girls go on their little tirades of bodies and just racking them up like they're Pokemon, they start to grow a bigger Instagram following, mainly of dudes who want to be up next, you feel me, in line for the turn. Or maybe she just looks attractive on IG because she's showing her ass everywhere and bending over and taking little titty pics and thirst traps. But as soon as you see them in person, you realize that they are not the same person that you see online. And
at all, bro.
Don't yo.
At all.
These girls
at all.
can be influencers just by having like 5,000 on Instagram. They're not me for real. Which, by the way, go tap into my Instagram. 49K, probably will be 50K by the end of this video. But eventually, these girls will get cuffed up to some weirdo type of guy who probably already has a kid with a baby mama that he goes back to regularly and will be cheating on her with. And also, he's schizophrenic, hits women, and just overall, he's most likely either racist or just, yeah, he's a bad person. That's what I'm trying to say. She lives the rest of her life like that because she didn't go to college because college is too good for her, even though she goes to community college. You feel me? Eventually, until she moves away.
This dude got like a soothing voice, like
that doesn't know her past.
It's nice to like just listen to.
But before that girl goes down that route, usually she ends up with the town trapper or scammer at least once. Which is the last one we're finna talk about: people who trap or scam. See, these type of people were usually doing this during high school. So after high school, they knew they was going to do it the same thing. College was never for them, even though a lot of these people are usually smart and they can go to college if they applied themselves. And all they want to do is get that quick, fast money. Sometimes it's for a noble cause, like trying to provide for their family, but other times they just want them new retros.
Yeah, a lot of times, bro, it's for the retros, bro, and the Louis bag, bro. Like, bro, do it for your family, bro. If you're gonna do anything, bro, do it for your family. That's a good reason. That's all the motivation you need.
Some Louis V bags, I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, usually these type of people end up dead or in jail for life. But before they do that, they're gonna pop their You always see them doing money spreads, flexing their new Hellcat or Altima that they got, or maybe a BMW if they really a successful trapper. They'll always post that one story saying, hit me on Snapchat, when we all know it means hit me for the gas, not nothing else. Whenever they slain one of their ops, they'll always pop up on IG Live talking about, yeah, that nigga ain't shit, yeah, he a bit, whatever. Smoking some of the premium good loud that they oftentimes sell. These type of people will always try to rap too. They always want to get that rapping career. They want to turn into Lil Durk so they can leave the streets behind, but in all reality, they'll still be in the streets while rapping. They just want to look cool. They also attract a lot of female attention because of who they are, and plus people just want to get free gas. It's a fast lifestyle, but it always ends up in death.
People do just want free gas.
So I recommend don't be this person.
All right, that's the end of the video, y'all boys. My bad, like, on the reaction, bro. This is probably my most low energy reaction, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just tired right now, bro. I'm actually just tired, bro. But y'all boys, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all thought about this reaction. Let me know if y'all want more Cloud9, bro. You feel me? If y'all fuck with this, bro. Peace out. Y'all boys have a good ass day, bro. I'm grinding, bro. I'm trying to get in my bag, bro. For real, I'm trying to get like this nigga, bro. I'm trying to turn up, bro. So y'all boys gotta forward me, okay? I know this wasn't my best, bro, but I'm gonna get better, bro. Just hey, y'all boys, hey, hold on, bro. Just hey. Hold on, y'all boys. Just fuck with me. I appreciate you, for real. I appreciate you, my boy. We out this bitch.
They gotta thank God, baby, can't you see that nigga blessing us? Flying through with the doors up, this a I-8, not a Tesla.